Do you ever look at yourself or even look at somebody else and think, why do I shut down when things get real? Or why do I emotionally spiral when I'm trying to express myself? Why do I keep sabotaging love, friendships, or peace when I say that's all that I want in life? You're not doing it because you're like cold or you're emotionless or you're just not an affectionate person. Because as human beings, everybody has emotions, okay? It's just the circumstances that you were placed in from childhood that made your brain believe that it wasn't safe to grow up in like a healthy way. There's this part of your brain that's called the prefrontal cortex. It's basically responsible for all of like your decision making. This part of your brain also handles emotional regulation and long-term planning. This part of your brain does not usually mature, like fully grow or fully develop up until you're 25. But this part of your brain, in order for it to develop properly in like a healthy way, it needs consistent safety, healthy conflict, validation, a calm environment. And then when it hasn't had that kind of environment, it's not going to develop at 25. It's going to take much longer. For example, if your childhood was filled with things like emotional neglect, walking on eggshells, like the constant chaos in households, shutdowns, being forced to grow up too fast, there's no room for you to cry, there's no room for you to express your feelings or to be heard and validated for your feelings without punishment or without being shamed for it. So guess what that does to your brain now that you're an adult? Your brain has adapted to that ever since you were a child. It rewired itself for survival and not necessarily for connection. So now when you get into a relationship, you have this idea in the back of your mind, I have to survive in this relationship. I don't have to necessarily connect.